Welcome to an oddly remixed installment of Tag Me In, where the triple threat brain trust tag over the good, the bad, and everything in between in the world of professional wrestling. I, of course, am the unofficially official Lip Dizzle, joined with none other than the less than stealthy unicorn himself, hailing from the Sunrise Kingdom of the ninjas, ScooterRay.
Hold on. Let me get the light so you could just see how I'm just gonna bask in the light.
Put it behind you like a giant halo. Anyway.
Bask in it.
Anyway.
And of course, ladies of the IWC.
Oh shit.
Oh.
The one who always light up y'all day.
Yeah. See, because I said Scoot was from the Sunrise Kingdom. Jaeger Bombastic is just a sunrise to y'all's kingdom.
Yes.
Jaeger Bombastic. So fantastic that if he had his own show, Tag probably wouldn't be a thing because he'd be on his own. That's a fact.
Look,
Nah.
If that man's aura,
be here with the boys. Come on.
aura was any brighter, Lip and I would be wearing sunglasses.
True. And I don't even wear sunglasses like that.
Same.
Talking about that or just me overall, I feel like I'm pretty bright. But I'm not like Seamus, fortunately, because Jesus. But yeah.
But I will say this though. I look, based on everything that's going on, I don't know how this is going to go on moving forward. This is why this is a remix version of Tag Me In / NXT, because shit's looking weird. Weird.
I'm gonna just ask both of y'all fellas this. Y'all have any highlights from NXT last night?
Like anything that's glaring, that's like, oh shit, like I got to talk about it, or
yeah,
I gotta say I didn't watch. I don't know why I haven't been able to watch, but I don't.
Promos. Ciampa doing his promos good. I'm interested to see where the way stuff is going with the addition of Dexter Lumis, and still wondering where the fuck is Austin Theory. I kind of like the Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane situation.
Sound like a hell of a faction.
I know, right? And I'm hoping, and this is just, I like the fact that we're finally getting Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter a title shot, but I have a feeling it's going to be for
didn't make me seem like they're going to win, though.
Correct, and that's where, it's certain things that I like, but at the same time, there's nothing about this show last night that had me like, oh shit, I got to watch next week, because so all in all, nothing really like just caught me like that.
Well, Jaeger, since you didn't watch it, to give a quick rundown, I don't remember exactly the order of the matches, but Raquel went against Jessie Kamea.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Raquel.
Raquel.
Of course, Raquel won, and Frankie Monet is kind of getting in her face to show that, hey, I'm next up type of thing.
Not really making sense.
Saray fought Mandy Rose.
That was the opening match.
That was the opening match, yeah. Saray hit Mandy.
Saray on Mandy Rose?
Yeah. Yeah, it was Mandy Rose with Gigi and JC versus Saray. And when Saray hit her with that devastating drop kick, it kicked Mandy out the ring. And then they covered up her face and rushed her out. Gigi and JC, they covered up Mandy's face and rushed her out. And Saray won by count out.
For a count out victory.
Yeah. And then later on, they showed JC and GG had jumped Saray in the back.
Why did they cover up her face?
I don't know. I guess they're saying that I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. There was a promo between Caden and Casey and EO and Zoe, where Caden and Casey are getting their tag match next week. But the way the promo was going between EO and Zoe, it doesn't seem like Caden and Casey are going to take those titles off of EO and Zoe next week. Burch and Lorcan are getting their tag team title shot against MSK next week.
Mm-hmm.
Duke Hudson lost to Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle made him tap out.
Okay.
I didn't see the Carmelo Hayes promo, so I don't know what Carmelo Hayes had said.
So basically, they kind of confirmed what I thought was going to happen because he was having an interview with Mac and Kinsey. Shout out to Fandango. And he said he basically gave this whole shtick of, I could go for this title and go for that title. And Elektra walked up and she was like, well, I heard you say the North American Championship, but that's not for you. That's for Santos to take. And then Santos walked up and said, hey, I'm going to let this slide because, you're new here and all this other stuff. So, let this be a warning. So clearly they're going to set that shit up. So he's going to dip his nose in that business. He's going for the North American Championship eventually.
Have they changed the logo yet?
No, not yet.
There have been ads and commercials alluding to that.
Commercials, yeah. Grimes had a good promo with GYV because GYV came up and was like, "Oh, Ted gave you the replica. What about Oh."
Because he wanted Grimes to have that
the real one,
that
right?
$1 million championship. Yeah,
he wanted Grimes to have the real one, but GYV was making fun, saying, you got the replicas. Then how about next week we make you the Universal Champion? We make you this champion. We make you that champion.
That's mean.
And Grimes, and then Grimes took the replica title, and he was like, you know what? This got some nice little weight to it. And then he just dropped the belt on Gibson's foot. And then he was like, you know what? That might hurt. Let me go ahead and give you a couple of dollars so you can take care of that. So it was actually a pretty solid promo. I actually enjoyed it. Loomis and Indy were accompanying Johnny to the ring because Johnny was fighting LA Knight. And unfortunately, with Johnny still being creeped out by Loomis and everything, it ended up costing Johnny the match. So Johnny lost to LA Knight.
No.
Yeah. I feel like there was another match.
The main event. Ciampa and
Ridge Holland.
Ridge Holland, yeah.
Oh, Samoa Joe had a promo basically saying whoever's next, let's do it in a sense.
Then Kaylee Ray had a trash interview, not on Kaylee Ray's part. I don't know I can't remember the guy's name, but he just conducted a trash ass interview with stupid ass questions with what makes you.
Is it Arish Makazi or Arish? I don't. I apologize for mispronouncing your name, but yeah.
Yeah, but he was he was like,
but your interview was trash.
Yeah, no, he was trash. It doesn't matter. But yeah, because it's like what have you done to like earn this or be over, like it's like what she's done, like you literally that's why she's there. And it's like, what makes you think you can come here and challenge this, blah blah blah. What do you bring? That's like, just stop the interview. But basically that set up a promo from Ember Moon in her interview to basically say, Kaylee Ray, I'm gonna give you a reason, to shut up so you can start keeping my name out your mouth and all this other stuff. So that's her first feud.
And that's supposed to be next week, I think. We don't know, but Ilya came out and he had a promo basically saying he's about to usher in the new NXT UK. Ridge Holland and Tommaso, because Tommaso did a promo and saying, you know, I'm gonna do this for Toothless Timmy. I'm gonna just beat the shit out of all of y'all.
Sure.
So of course during the match, shenanigans, things like that. Tommaso gets the W because he draped Ridge on the middle rope and like repeatedly kneed him in the face. Like
I think he busted his lip too.
Like he repeatedly kneed him in the face, and then that's what got him the 1, 2, 3. Then after that, the whole team jumped on Tommaso, and then MSK came out for the save.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Tommaso raised up MSK's hand. Oh, and of course, the greatest faction in NXT today, Diamond Mine. Roderick Strong fought Ike Manjiro. And, you know, Diamond Mine has increased by 2 members.
Not really a faction. It's basically a coach, 2 lackeys, Malcolm Coal Miner, and the only person that makes a difference, Roderick Strong.
It doesn't matter. Roderick Strong beat Jiro. Roderick Strong wants that. Roderick Strong wants that United States. He wants that Cruiserweight Championship from.
Wait, he beat Ike Manjiro. Did Ike Manjiro join that? Who are the 2 new members?
Irrelevance. That's who. Irrelevance.
If you saw NXT last week, the guys he was training with.
Oh.
In the background. Actually, I looked them up, and apparently they are signed to WWE.
The
they
background.
Are actually NXT talent.
In the background.
That was NXT as a whole. Do I say go back and watch it?
No, you can keep that shit also in the background.
But the reason why we chose to do this episode the way we chose it, because we have a couple of stories. And the second story I'm going to tell is basically going to shut the whole podcast down.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wait. So we're doing this in the reverse order with Scoop.
Yes, we're doing this in reverse order. Because the show wasn't worth talking about like that. It's the news stories. News story number 1.
Oh,
Fox is sort of pissed at WWE that they didn't try harder to keep CM Punk.
Yeah. That's definitely been apparent. They've been very, very vocal about that.
Yes. They've been very vocal that they didn't just give Punk a king's ransom for him to stay under the WWE banner. So I guess, what are your thoughts and feelings towards that, fellas?
Well, too little, too late. The man's gone.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but also I don't think it would have made a difference anyway. Because the only way that actually could have is if his deal was through Fox and he didn't have to answer to WWE.
Yes.
Because then at that point he's working almost as an independent contractor with WWE. But yeah, you know, Fox wants the ratings. That's really what they want. They've seen what happened with Rampage, which they know is pretty much a quote unquote lower tier show compared to Dynamite. So they look at that as like, oh damn, it got these numbers on this day at this time slot on a Friday. How come you guys didn't make a push to get him when your ratings are doing this on Monday Night Raw? So yeah.
Because, you know, SmackDown is still averaging 2 million.
Nice.
SmackDown is averaging 2 million. Raw is the one that steady fluctuates.
Mm-hmm.
So SmackDown is doing the numbers. It's Raw that's, you know, doing that.
Very rise and fall.
Any other thoughts between that, Jaeger?
I mean, if I'm trying to look at it from WWE's perspective, yeah, he was hired on by Fox, right?
Yes,
technically. When he did the
backstage,
whatever the talk show that was, backstage,
yeah. So it's kind of Fox's fault for not ponying up some cash and trying to do what they could to keep him. Like, I don't see why they're pointing fingers at WWE, albeit that he is there
backstage.
Yeah, because that was a Fox show, but thing is, they wanted it, like, in order for Fox to get those ratings on WWE TV. Because again, even with Punk on backstage, yeah, they got some ratings when people want to see him on that show, but they want to see him in the ring. So he would have got more ratings from them actually being on like the professional wrestling show rather than like a Fox/WWE geared thing.
Yes.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, Fox, like I said, you're complaining a little too late. But
yeah,
if you're worried about ponying up some cash for keeping talent, I mean, you could always throw your money in the hat too.
That they could.
You're right.
But anyways,
any other thoughts between this story before we move on to the main event?
Nah, it's self-explanatory on that end. And hey, Fox is gonna Fox, WWE's are gonna WWE.
There you
go.
All
right, so while filming our last video, which should be up on our channel soon, there was a reason why I kind of dipped off camera. Because the hashtag, which is officially trending on Twitter, the hashtag RIP NXT is trending on Twitter.
Ooh.
Now y'all thinking to yourselves, why? Why is that? Not only is RIP hashtag that, but hashtag Triple H is trending as well.
Oh no.
So NXT has been advertising a new logo and new look.
Oh, wait, hold on, Scoot. My bad. Just for everybody's just reference as to why myself and Diego will be surprised. Scoot got this information while we were recording. He told us not to check anything, so this is why.
Yeah.
Trust me, we are not playing dumb. We absolutely know nothing as really of right now. So
I just said, oh no, because I'm already drawing conclusions in my head. But
fair. But go ahead, Scoot.
Apparently, these episodes of NXT that are on TV are pre-taped.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming when they debut the new logo, it's going to start being live again. So now y'all thinking to yourselves, why is Triple H trending and hashtag
RIP
NXT trending? Well, when NXT goes live again, Bruce Prichard and Vince McMahon will officially be producing NXT.
Oh, fuck that.
And it's a strong rumor because multiple sources have been reporting. That's why I was off camera for so long, because I was checking multiple sources.
Wow. So
that's why I wanted to save this last. Yeah.
All right. Oh, wow.
Coming back.
All right. So now this more so kind of confirms why NXT's felt the way that it felt, even though it's pre-recorded. Why it's felt the way that it's felt, because I've said, like, one, the way that we watch it, it's almost like waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, we watch it as if we don't know what's going to happen, like if any of this stuff is going to matter. Right now, this almost confirms that everything that we've seen pretty much does not fucking matter. Mainly because it's everybody sees what's over the horizon. Bruce Prichard, Vince McMahon, the two main people in charge of Raw.
I said it was like a train wreck. I said it was like watching a train wreck coming to happen, and god damn it, the train wreck is happening.
Prichard does both.
Well, yeah, I know he's in charge of both, but I mean, with the reason why I give some slack to SmackDown is because Heyman is over there. So I know that he has some kind of even though it's very minuscule, there's still some input in certain things, i.e. the best thing on the show. On top of that, you have a lot of people who have a lot of pull. Rollins, Reigns, I can't even say Cena anymore when he's on over there. But I mean, right now, Corbin does so many things on his own that it's like, he's gotten his own thing now. And on top of that, you have talent. You have a good amount of talent that's over there that can actually make things better. Raw, on the other hand, that's not to say these guys aren't talented on Raw. It's just the fact that they've done such a trash job with Raw that it's almost as if nothing can save it. SmackDown has a lot of saving graces in a sense. Balor to be, another one. Owens, Zayn. Yeah, Big E's over there. And I forgot that Shinsuke.
The Usos. Well, the bloodline in general.
Mm-hmm. You have a lot of things going right with it that's going to make it hard for it to go wrong. That's not to say that it can't go. It's just that it's at a point right now where it's at least watchable.
Yes.
Until Vince decides, hey, I want that show too.
But because SmackDown, as far as I know, you don't hear a lot of rewrites same day for SmackDown. Usually, you typically hear same day rewrites on Raw.
And apparently, this Raw, Vince was his most angriest.
Yeah,
apparently
so
he was yelling, screaming at people, tore up scripts and everything. But
does he even have
we got the initial thoughts and initial reactions. What does Vince McMahon and Bruce Prichard do for NXT?
Absolutely nothing. I'm still hot.
Well, that's why I didn't want y'all to surf the internet, because I didn't want y'all to see it.
Well, I would probably say goodbye to the best women's division in professional wrestling. Which, I mean, it was going that direction. At least it seemed that way for a few weeks now. But I think that still have to do with the incoming changes to NXT.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that. I mean, shit. Gargano, Ciampa, possibly MSK. Hell, even fucking Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne is probably gonna be shoehorned to the back of this stable where Ridge Holland will be put at the forefront because of his size.
Oh my god! I just saw a tweet. I don't mean to interrupt you, Lip. I just saw a tweet from a dude said, "Breaking news: Paul Levesque is all elite."
And you know what's funny? They would welcome him over there.
You know what? They absolutely would, and I would love to see Kenny and him do a little face-off thing for a second. Yeah. Especially with Kenny's current look. But sorry, go ahead, Lip.
Yeah, I mean probably goodbye. Probably goodbye NXT UK as well. That's probably even going to be a thing within the next few months.
That would explain why Dragunov is here and doing regular NXT tapings.
I don't know. I mean, they've already stripped the fucking roster a little bit. So hell, Joe may not even be champ for long if that's the case as well. Because hell, he may not even be there after a certain point, which is fucking crazy. Because now it's so where does Triple H stand now that Vince and co are going to be taking over this shit? Because you got Road Dogg, you got Shawn Michaels, who are both helping Trips run the show. So it's what the fuck happens then? Because if they already,
my bad. So it seems like what's gonna happen. It seems like they're gonna let Trips, Road Dogg, and Shawn still make decisions, but whenever they see fit, they can come in and be like, no, change that to that, and do that with this. There you go. That's what it seems like it's going to kind of turn into.
They're going to get micromanaged.
Yeah, it's going to be Raw 2.0.
Yeah. It's going to be Raw 2.0.
So, what else do y'all want to cover besides AEW?
it's funny because we joked about this before,
Yeah,
but even when we joked about it, I didn't consider that to be a possibility because I was like, you know what? It may end up lacking in a few areas, but it's still going to be NXT. With this news, it's very hard to say that it's going to be the same or even close to the same NXT because of that fact. Like this is going to like now all they're going to do at this point is they're going to mold them into going to the main roster instead of allowing them to build their own individuality.
Brand, their own characters, yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, there's really hasn't been a point for them to do that because they end up stripping it down their individuality when they go to main roster anyway.
And
you see some semblance of it, but then they pretty much have to recreate themselves.
True. And my thing is that I think they're very delusional in that sense because it's almost as if they're taking offense to the way Triple H runs NXT and the way that they this buzz with every superstar that goes to the main roster, and then they felt it like it gets completely bashed on when they go to the main roster.
I sent that image to my brother, and this is what he sent me back.
Yep, that's exactly.
I know it's not the clearest, but
no, we can all tell it's crying MJ. It's crying MJ.
1 out of 40.
But yeah, I feel like because they're delusional, I feel like what they're trying to do is they're trying to say, okay, well, you know what? We don't want them to think this of these characters, so we're going to bring them up our way, only to end up seeing that people are going to still shit on these characters as well. Because again, we believe in Tripp's vision because he actually cares. He actually listens for the most part. In terms of the main roster, it's what Vince wants. It's what they want. It's not what the fans want. So it's going to be a rude awakening. But at the same time, it's going to be at the cost of the beloved NXT. So,
yeah. And the sad thing's going to be.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, the sad thing's going to be is that when these ratings start dropping because of this production value, they're going to look at NXT as like a failed project. They're not going to think, oh, hey, we did something wrong, or the people in the room are going to be what's causing this.
Absolutely.
And then they're just going to probably scrap NXT after a while.
Of course, my brother, he was like, because he was asking me, what do you think prompt the changes? And I told him, Vince is mad at Trips with the whole AEW thing, and he's probably tired of hearing NXT is better than Raw and SmackDown. Then he goes, oh, Family Feud, don't hurt your pockets, VKM. Then he said, your son was doing amazing, sweetie.
Well, yeah, your son-in-law was doing great. Like you could have just let him be the guy that carry the torch, and you should probably just rightfully retire by now.
I remember on one of Jim Cornette's his drive-through podcast, because that's the one where they asked him questions. Somebody had asked him, when do you think Vince will turn over the company? And basically, when do you think he'll turn over the company, and who do you think he'll turn it over to? He said, Vince probably won't turn over the company until he's dead. Yep. And he said, you will think it would be Stephanie, because Stephanie is the one who's been there. Shane at one point, but Shane started doing.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
He said Stephanie and Trips would make the most sense because they're there. They're the most business-minded people there because they've been there the whole time. Now, he said the problem is, this is Vince McMahon at the same time. We don't know what he might do. So
very true.
He might sell it off by then. You never know. But I don't. Now, to play the angle of him being mad at Trips, how can you be mad at a man for another company starting up? Granted, yes, Triple H could have signed the Bucks and Cody back, but they hadn't made in their head that they was going to start up AEW. They were going to start up their own professional wrestling. and you're comparing a show to a company.
Yeah.
AEW was a company. They had the resources that NXT didn't have. It wasn't until Survivor Series where NXT was going to Raw or SmackDown, or some Raw and SmackDown people were coming to NXT. NXT in general, the whole time it's been on USA, had what, 5 guest stars, including Bayley, Sasha, Edge,
Charlotte,
Seth Rollins, and somebody else.
it was Charlotte, Seth Rollins, Bayley, Sasha,
Charlotte is young.
Yeah, and Edge.
Oh, I thought you were doing that on purpose, Scoot.
No, I totally forgot about Charlotte. I forgot Charlotte took the belt from Rhea. I really did. But Rhea, Bayley, Sasha, Rollins, Edge. I feel like there was somebody else. But so if NXT doesn't have the same resources,
Becky? Or did you say Becky?
I don't think Becky was I don't think Becky showed up in NXT since it's been on USA.
Oh, okay.
But
maybe not since it's been on USA. But yeah, she was there for
it would be different if Raw and SmackDown talent. Oh, Nia and Shayna.
Oh, and the Kabuki Warriors.
And Kabuki Warriors. So it would be different if every week or so there was guest people coming in from Raw or SmackDown helping out NXT, but you left NXT out there on its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once
called
again,
it developmental.
And you left developmental talent out there on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think?
Yet, exactly. And yet you wanted it to outperform a brand new company, which already had.
That features Kenny Omega, who was solely wrestling for Japan for the last few years. So now Americans get to see Kenny Omega on weekly TV. You had the Bucks, you had Cody, you have Jericho, you had all of these people who was known from the indies in this one company. You think that NXT was going to really compare like that?
You had Japan's biggest Americans, or I guess I could say North Americans.
North America, yes.
Yeah. And you thought this was going to end well for you? And then you get mad at somebody who tried his damnedest to compete. Like, it was a pretty good ratings war. Like, this got close plenty of times. Like,
and there were 3 times NXT did win.
Yeah, exactly. There was more than a couple of times NXT won out.
But for the most part, you're comparing a show to a company.
Yes. A show that you don't even back, that you don't even really acknowledge the existence of, that you don't give 2 shits for other than when it gets a loss.
And then to even spin off with back to the point of Vince and Bruce Prichard, Cornette has been on record many a times about Bruce Prichard and his way of thinking and booking. And
he's there to please Vince.
And the fact that he's a yes man to Vince.
Mm-hmm.
So we were making jokes about RIP NXT, but oh boy, maybe we shouldn't have spoke that in the air.
Yeah, I almost feel bad.
I won't even say that we spoke it in the air. I think we just had the foresight to see the shit coming.
True.
Yeah, that's true. You can't fake the feeling, because I definitely felt the difference.
I've definitely felt something off about NXT for sure.
I think everybody started too.
Fair.
Yeah, because I mean,
you know what? I know exactly when it started. When they took Scarlett off TV.
Scarlett, come back.
Oh no, it's too late now.
Well, yeah, you're right. It's too late now. You're right.
No, I mean, it's funny how they technically have Scarlett there just in the form of, colors, because he got Scarlet mask, Scarlet straps.
Oh yeah.
With no Scarlet wife.
How you had the most dominant man for 2 years come out there looking like a Party City Gladiator.
2 years, and you
No-
water him
no
down
disrespect
within
to
2
Party
weeks.
City. Right?
You had him, for lack of a better term, you had him gimped out to Jeff Hardy.
And was rumored to have it done twice.
But then lost to Keith Lee.
And then he lost to Keith Lee.
So
And
only
now
to
he's
go to
been
50-50
undefeated.
booking.
And
So
now
that's
he's
no
been
disrespect
undefeated
on-
since.
He's been undefeated since then.
So he fought Jeff Hardy, lost to Jeff.
Lost to Jeff.
caught COVID. Then
So
he
then he
beat
fought with Keith Lee.
he beat somebody else. He
Okay.
beat somebody else, then lost to Keith Lee. Then ever since that lost to Keith Lee, he re-beat Jeff. Then he's been beating up like Humberto and all these other people. So after his loss to Keith Lee, he's been undefeated since.
Like, that's what's too little too late as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So for the last 3 or 4 weeks, he's won his matches on Raw.
Yeah,
Too little, too late. Bring Scarlett back. That's like his muse, apparently.
yeah, I don't know. Moving forward, this may just be hot tag shit because I mean, we'll probably give it maybe a couple more weeks to see how it feels. I mean, if it feels like it felt yesterday, I mean, we'll probably just end up just winging it like this again because it's hard to get invested when you can see the lack of care on the horizon for something.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's the problem because especially when you can see that happening and then you can see the level of life that Punk has breathed into AEW just on his appearance alone and by his words of affirmation for AEW and the way that made it feel, it changed the trajectory of everything for them because you start to see AEW in a different light. And that's not to say that, they're perfect. AEW is definitely not perfect, but they're going in the right direction by giving the fans what they want and actually listening, So it's very difficult to sit here and watch NXT go out like this if it is in fact going out. So
and the bad part about it is not that too. It was so sudden. Like it wasn't like it was a drastic decline. It was like here, then it just went here. Like it just drastically switched. Like it wasn't like it was NXT. I don't know. It literally just went from NXT is killing it to I don't know about NXT.
Somebody killed NXT is what it sounds like.
It literally went from this to just sudden death.
And the problem is that when they started to gut everything, you look at the whole releases of 205 Live, and you start to look at all these random NXT, random, but of prominent names, Bronson Reed, who had just been on TV getting a push, guys like Leon Ruff, who, surprising push, but convincing, to Bobby Fish, a foundation of Undisputed Era, is just everything. To the point to where the writing was on the wall with Karrion Kross and then Tegan and Shotzi leaving to Dakota having main event matches to just Austin Theory disappearing into obscurity out of nowhere. It's just a lot of things just tended to happen and just it just fucked everything up completely.
Looking back on it, what was it? Yeah, it was about early 2018, if not late 2017, was when I started getting back into NXT. That was right about when Tommaso Ciampa came back and started that blood feud with Johnny Gargano.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But at the same time, it was Gargano. Oh yeah, it was towards the end of Gargano's feud with Andrade. And they had that championship match on
that banger of
but that match, whew.
Dude, it was that match that got me reinvigorated on WWE like wrestling. Like I actually started giving Raw and SmackDown a chance again. And then I was just glued to NXT for a long time until until I started getting more into New Japan and started migrating that way.
Yeah, because I got on NXT kind of right when KO got the belt from Zayn.
Oh, okay.
Right around that time.
Okay.
Maybe like a little bit before that, but I think KO. No, I'm sorry. When Zayn got the belt from Neville, that's when I got into it.
I mean, I popped in on a few of them, but I got a little disappointed when I found out those shows that would come to Houston were not actual like shows that were going to be on TV.
They were house shows.
Like they were all just dark shows and house shows. Oh, they were fun. They were great. Like, remember seeing saw Enzo and Cass with Carmella. Like that was like actually like lively and fun. That's how I found out about them.
But the
but
great thing about that, Jaeger, we were at the same show but didn't know each other then.
That is amazing. Love how wrestling brings people together.
Right.
Right.
But damn, it's gonna be. I'm just gonna be remiss to know that there was such a great product like that, and now it's gonna be something that's, well, for lack of a better term, lesser than the glory it once was.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And you know the thing is, like I've been trying to think to myself, why though? Like why?
Like why they fucking with it or what?
Yeah. Because I mean the age-old saying, what is it? Don't fix it if it ain't. Don't.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like nothing was wrong with NXT. Nothing.
No.
Yeah, but
were you mad because the people you were getting from NXT wasn't translating well because y'all was booking them shitty? Possibly, yeah. But once again, you were booking them shitty, so how the hell do you think they were gonna succeed?
Well, that's the thing, is that it's that narcissism thing and that huge ego, because Vince sees everybody shitting on Raw and SmackDown. Well, to a lesser extent, SmackDown, but everybody is praising NXT, and it's not something that he is in charge of. So what he wants to do is he wants to put his hands all over it, so that way he can say, "Oh, there's something established already here. Let me throw my mark on it, and then see if I can make it better, so people can start praising that." When that never was the issue,
right?
So, but yeah, and so that goes into why they've changed the logo. This goes into why they've purged the roster, why they're trying to insert more people into said roster, and just it's
NXT starting to look a little dynamite-y. Just saying
that. Yeah, that logo does tend to have a tinge of original Dynamite.
It kind of does.
With the colors.
That's probably why I don't mind the logo a little bit, because it kind of reminds me of AEW's.
Yeah,
we're gonna start hearing it's Tuesday night. You know what that means,
right?
I only hope that what we are giving right now is not a fucking eulogy for NXT, because I mean it's what it sounds like, and I would hope that this is the opposite, and we can just say, all right, well, next week we come back, or a few weeks from now we come back, and it's like, okay, well, everything still feels like Triple H is a part of this, but I don't have any hopes in that anymore. Like there was a chance where my mind was like, you know what, this could still be okay. But after hearing that news,
but
yeah,
No.
Will I give it a chance? I'll watch it to see what happens, but
same.
You know,
I'll try to watch the next couple weeks.
I just hope that USA, Fox, they see what's going on and they intervene and do something to to help.
How many
It might be
pre-tapes
too late.
did they make? How many pre-tapes did they make?
What's up?
How many pre-tapes did they make before they completely transitioned to
Because
this
they
new
just
shit?
said that with the new logo and everything is coming soon. So I'm going to assume personally is for at least 2 more weeks. At least.
Okay.
Yeah, because normally though,
Because when they was advertising the new logo last night, it just said coming soon. So I'm assuming at least
I mean,
2
this
more
is the
weeks.
last show of August. I'd say at the earliest next week.
So
First show of September.
it's looking spooky.
yeah, I got nothing on.
Wait, oh man, I really hope they don't like start killing off these little like weekly specials or like the Halloween episodes or
It's a possibility.
like, don't kill off what gives them life, man.
It's a strong possibility.
Good luck.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, but again, I don't know what the future holds on our end in terms of NXT because again, this could just be a hot take. We may talk about all the bullshit that happens or all the changes that have happened, but it definitely doesn't look like we'll be doing it as far as tag me in. Hell, Impact is starting to look nice, nicely put together.
Yeah.
So shit, we may start doing that. Who the fuck knows?
Shit.
But
Wednesdays and Thursdays. Or Thursdays and Fridays, I guess.
But yeah, I don't know. You guys have any lasting thoughts on whatever the fuck is going on?
Thank you, NXT. If this is what you change into and you become Raw SmackDown Light, thank you for those last 5-6 years. Thank you. Straight up. I was thoroughly entertained. Y'all kept me watching WWE. So thank you.
I'll say in loving memory of Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Road Dogg, on all their efforts and everybody else's efforts for these last, as Scoot said, 5-6 years. Big old suck it to Vince and Bruce Prichard. Where you can find the link to the suck it animation on fuckbrucemitchell.com. But
It'll still be there.
But I think I'm gonna make another website called just what is it? Fuck to Bruce or Bruce 2. I don't know. I'll work on it because now there's 2 Bruce assholes now. But anyways,
yeah, just a big fuck Bruce. That's it.
There we go. Just fuck Bruce.
Fuck Bruce.
But yeah, no, thank you.
What you got,
thank you for everybody that was in the back. Lip, please take it.
Yeah, what you got for some final thoughts?
Done. Don't resign. If you haven't resigned yet, don't.
Right.
Samoa Joseph, don't go down with the ship. Like you already done wrong under Vince's watch. Right now, Trips. I don't know if Trips can save you from this one. So,
I don't know if Trips can save himself.
Yeah, that's true. Trips, go over there with Billy Gunn. Go over there with Billy Gunn.
Yo.
Oh shit! You realize the monumental shift that would cause if Trips left? It went to AEW. That would be just crazy.
My mind would be blown. I would, but you know what? I think that would solidify me never watching any WWE product again.
Same. More than likely, that would be my same thing as well.
That would be my final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, at least a good 80% of me would be like, hey, I'm swearing off WWE. That other 20% will kind of want to see what's going on, but Yeah, trips will ever went to AEW to work, like as far as like backstage and just
Creative
on the
like
show
he
itself.
has.
Yes, that mind. Oh
Mm.
shit. Yeah. Let me not get happy about a fantasy booking, but yeah, that's the case. Yeah, outside of that shit, fuck it. Scoot, where can they find you, man?
To borrow a gimmick from one of NXT's announcers, I'm sorry I had to bring bad news,
Huh.
but no gimmicks. You can just follow me at the ScooterRay, Twitch, YouTube, IG, TikTok. You know, we could talk about it. How you feeling? We could talk about it. Because if you love NXT like we loved NXT, I'm pretty sure we're all hurt. But of course, you can always catch me with the ninjas, the less than stealthy ninjas to be exact, on the same platforms, plus Google Podcasts, Anchor, and Spotify, where we do Ninja Banter and Bonus Banter. You know, new episode of Bonus Banter up where Zerk, Aranya, and Boss discuss Candyman 2021. So if you want some spoilers and if you want to join the conversation, YouTube for the video, Spotify, Google, Anchor for the audio. Less Stealthy Ninjas. Yeah.
There you go.
But I know somebody who do needs cheering up. I mean, you know, so for the ladies out there, for the ladies, you know, the heart isn't necessarily completely broken. It's a little fractured. A little fractured. The heartthrob needs the love, ladies. So, and I'm gonna let the heartthrob tell you where you can find him so he can receive the love and make the heart whole again.
You know, I would say that I would love some love right now, but I'm looking at my boy over there, and he just looks depressed.
Yep.
So, ladies, although any and all words would be appreciated, please, by all means, send them to Loki over there. He's just a good boy. He did nothing wrong.
Nothing.
Do that.
But whether it be for me or for him, Jaeger Bombastic, IG, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, all down there. It's right there. If you want to game with me, have a great time. You can play some Rocket League, play some Final Fantasy 14, play some shooters. I'm getting back on Final Fantasy 14. But yeah, if you want to play all those things, Jaeger Bombastic yet again, PlayStation and Xbox. And hit me up on either one if you want to get my Switch code or friend code, whatever the hell it's called. But I know where I can go when I'm not feeling great and Loki ain't feeling great. We all need to just hop on the happy bus and go and visit Mr. Lip Dizzle here for some power of positivity.
Well, no, I got nothing. I don't even know if I have.
Wait. You know what? Only for this episode. Only for this episode. You will never hear me say this again. I wish he would have brought out the damn crown.
Oh.
What?
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Because it would have took my mind off of the news. So even if he would have brought out that crown,
I don't even think that would have. It wouldn't have fixed anything.
It wouldn't, but you know, it would have took our mind temporarily off of it.
Would have been like, the crown already saw this happening.
Right?
But yes.
I think you know what's funny. I think I don't even want to put the crown on because of what it could potentially show me. So yeah, we're not even going there. But yeah, if there's a morsel of positivity to combat what the fuck is going on, it's somewhere at Lifestyle One Up. All your podcast listening platforms, your IGs, Twitters, TikTok, YouTube, all that good shit. But to join the fuck Vince's Four Horsemen
Jesus.
train. Vince, Prichard, Dunn, Laurinaitis, Khan. That's Vince and his Four Horsemen right there. Bam. Yeah. A big FU to all of them. Join that train. You can hit me up. Lip Dizzle, IG.
Of,
go ahead.
That might be a topic.
What?
Vince and his Four Horsemen.
Fair enough.
We can do it.
That might be a topic.
You heard it here first, people. Bam. Yeah. Lip Dizzle, IG, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all that good shit. We're gonna keep this rolling, and we're gonna talk about Vince and his fucking Four Horsemen bullshit. But either way, to cap this off with something good and positive, I give a 2 sweet to my bros. Oh, get it ready, by the bow.
There we go.
Yeah.
Bam. I did this in reverse so that way I can let everybody know in a positive way. Whether you loved it, hate it, don't forget to rate it with a thumbs up, thumbs down. Whether you got opinions, questions, comments, concerns, whatever the case may be, comment that shit down below. Hit that notification bell for all updates, notifications. Anytime we drop some shit, you will be notified immediately. But most importantly, that red rectangle that says subscribe, click that shit. Thank you, Gag. I appreciate that. And built this tag army, this tag team, so that way we can actually combat some shit within the professional wrestling world, i.e. WWE. Because, hey, if you're a big enough force, you can make change big time. So, with that said, I bid you all adieu until you see these handsome faces and hear these immaculate voices.
Especially
as always, especially that one right there. Until next time, tag the fucketh